right, we should be live. We're at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. We got a matchup, Centennial Spring Lake Park 10U B1 versus Anoka Champlain Park Coon Rapids 10U B1 gray team. Game scheduled to start here in just a few minutes. Zamboni's coming around and gonna make his final pass, so girls will be back on the ice here shortly and we'll be ready for some 10U hockey.
Looks like those girls are ready to go there in the tunnel.
Let's get a shot of them. We're rocking some new mics here today. Hopefully folks at home can hear us when they're live streaming. The girls are ready to come on out. And no. All right, we're gonna have some technical difficulties here with my gimbal. Might have to change the mic setup here really quick. Yep. All right, we're gonna change something really quick. Stand by. All right, the audio might not be the greatest here. Let me recalibrate my gimbal. All right.
Pretty cool setup, man.
We're set up. We're live streaming right now.
Nice. That's awesome.
We got overlays and everything.
Wow.
I got more too coming up here.
You must be a tech guru or something.
I learned all of this over the last couple of weeks. Nothing about any of this stuff.
Or you just use it?
I'm using an app to stream it to YouTube, and then I just learned some. It's called overlays. AI taught me all this. None of this, but AI or overlays.
That's what you just did the overlay with the
Yeah, I can imprint. So you basically take an overlay from a third-party website, you generate it on their website, then you copy and paste a URL, like a website location that's a distinct to that one, and then I can paste it to make them on here. So, yeah.
Well, you better be careful. You might get hired all of a sudden. Somebody's like,
We do it for all the Liam's games too. So
that's awesome.
make a quick adjustment to our stand here, and girls are on the ice. Tried some new microphones. Unfortunately, there's an attachment for the mic, and it makes the cell phone a little too heavy, so I'll have to come up with something after today to fix that issue. But all right, let's go over today's matchup. Take a look at their records and their scores. So overall record so far, we're 4-3-2. ACPCR, it's a mouthful. Their gray team is struggling. They're 0-5-2. Our District 10 record is 3-1-2. And it looks like Anoka Champlain Coon Rapids, they haven't played anything but District 10 games, so they got the same record. Our D10 rankings is third in districts currently. Their rankings fifth. Goals for us is 36 to goals for their team is 8. Goals against 22 against us and 30 against them. So as you can see, Anoka Champlain Park Coon Rapids is really struggling to find the back of the net, which is reflecting in their scores. They have yet to find their first victory, and they're going to be hungry to come out and find their first win today. Let's take a look at our lineup going into today. Not certain we have Faith and Harper both as our goaltenders today. Not certain who's going to be in net. When I made this lineup, I couldn't tell what the number is of their goalie, but looks like they have one goalie over there. So head coaches Casey O'Sullivan and Jay Vizcarra. Got about a minute 36 left of this warm-up. What do you think, Sarah, they need to do to focus on to win this matchup?
to be aggressive, Billy. Need to go into the corners strong. Need to make sure we're not passing in front of the net and that we're spreading out.
I would agree. Those are all good key points. Aggression is something that I would like to see us step up on. Not being afraid to go hard into the corners. Skate fast with this puck. Stay on sides is another big one. Girls are in the final minute of their warm-up and we should be underway. We got a new overlay system here, as you probably heard me talking to one of the other dads here in the background. We'll have your score in the upper left corner of your screen for you going forward on all games. Our little helper, Liam Hamas, is down below. He's down here manning the scoreboard, so thank you to him for helping out today. So any adjustments to the score or mess-ups can be blamed on him or thanked to him. I was able to connect to the Coon Rapids employee Wi-Fi here. As a city employee, I have privilege to know the Wi-Fi password, which hopefully will help us with getting a better live stream, making sure it's not buffering on your end. All right, and that's the buzzers. The girls will clean up the pucks and we'll be underway. Going back to these matchup stats. Again, one of the big things that Anoka, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids really struggling to find the back of the net, which is causing them to struggle here and finding victories. We're going to have to continue to play hard and hopefully expose that and keep them held to 8 goals for. Girls head over to the head over to the net for the pregame chant, and we should be underway.
Looks like Faith is going to be starting as our goalie here in the first period as Harper heads to the bench. Looks like Allie, Libby, and Naya will be starting as our offensive line, and Clara and Bob on D.
Libby taking the face-off. Opening face-off comes out to Libby. She's going to chip it forward and try to win it to herself. She brings it into the zone. Girls dump it behind the net. Those are on the backside. Anoka, Champlain, Coon Rapids, Park. I'm going to have to come up with something better to call them.
I believe they're called the Storm, Billy.
The Storm. Okay, we're going to go with that then. The Storm able to regroup and get it out of their zone. They bring it out to the neutral ice. They do a nice job trying to pressure. Again, Storm able to keep it out of their zone, and we're going to bring it back in, but it's offsides and we get a whistle. Looks like Brooklyn's going to take the new face-off. His coach is going to use this whistle as an opportunity to get a fresh line out. Storm win that face-off. Their D grabs a hold of it and they bring it back into our zone. It goes behind our goalie. And unfortunately, they shot it too far. That's going to be an icing. Fortunate for us, though. So we're going to bring it back down to the length of the ice for a face-off in our offensive zone. One thing we could try is the old microphones. One of these next whistles, we'll try to get some mics going that I know will work. Brooklyn with the face-off. She wins this in the zone. She tries to throw it out front. Unfortunately, just can't connect. Brooklyn with a great shot. Unfortunately, it's intercepted in front by the Storm. This puck's going to come outside of the zone. We're going to bring it back in as Kinsley Hamas dumps it in. She's up to playing winger today. The Storm able to hold the zone. Or I'm sorry, our team able to hold the zone on the Storm. Brooklyn throws it out front. Nobody home. Oh, and the girls continue to battle in front. They just can't get a connection with this. Brooklyn coming up strong with this puck again. Puck gets over to the sideboards. The Storm try to clear it. Audrey holds the zone. Kinsley goes for a change. We get a couple of fresh pairings out there as the coach calls them back. Storm able to finally regroup this puck and able to chip it out. Unfortunately, Janie's there and able to hold that zone, and they can't make anything happen. Storm grabs a hold of that. Girls on a good rush. Hit some players out front, though, as Emery is able to come up with this and battle along the corner. Audrey Fitzpatrick now with the puck. She's going to come in through the neutral zone, rushing it. A couple Storm girls try to knock her off the puck, but couldn't do it until they got into the zone. But a great rush by Audrey. Sadie stepping up to try to hold the zone. She's able to keep it in. Audrey supporting her. Storm finally intercept the pass. They try to bank it off the boards to clear the zone, but Emery was there. Sadie picks it up. She cycles around looking for passing options in front, but hits the feet of some Storm players. Hazel Thacker sends it around the boards. Fortunately, our D was just gone for a line change. Oh, and we might get a bench penalty for too many players on the ice. Yes, and we do. We get caught with a bench penalty. We're going to go to the box. They're going to send Audrey as we got caught in a goofy line change, and if we're playing the puck while we have that too many skaters out there, they're going to call us all day. So just like that, we're going to go down a player. Our little helper's not adding the penalty, though, onto the scoreboard overlay. Should say 5-on-4. Penalty. No, you didn't. You got to add the +1 for. No. Bring it up.
All right, here goes Sadie. Oh.
Storm cycling it back.
All right, here comes Sadie. She's picking up the puck and she is rushing it. It is out of our zone.
Oh, this is going to be picked up by Clara. Storm's able to intercept at the blue line, though, and they're going to bring it back in. Good sticks out front, though, not able to get much traffic. Oh, and Storm able to finally get a shot on goal there.
It's a nice save by Faith.
Storm drop it back to their point. Bounces back out, lands on the player of one of the centers. Storm doing a good job, and Hazel Thacker there going into pressure. Clara gets it. She banks it off the boards. Oh, and the Storm not able to hold the zone. Storm regroup, and they're able to bring it back in.
Naya with a nice battle right there.
Storm throw it deep into the corner. Oh, good interception out front. We're able to clear the zone. See if this goes the length of the ice. We might get an icing call on this one.
Nope, it was definitely deflected, Billy. That will not be an icing.
Perfect. That's what we like to see.
Oh, bummer.
And just like that, this penalty has been killed. And that's going to be an icing. We're going to try to fix these mics really quick while we wait for the girls to get down there. Well, we'll wait for the next whistle as I wasn't able to get the microphones on quick enough.
We need to hire some tech support, I think, Billy.
We do. We're in the market for some employees at this point.
The free one we have sitting in the bleachers isn't that good.
Oh, the girls with a nice face-off win there. They go pass it. Janie goes D to D. Janie with a shot. It goes just wide of the net, though, unfortunately. Myers throws it out front there. Libby grabbing it, and she drops it back to the D. Janie throws one again. It gets tipped wide. Libby racing into the corner, trying to beat the Storm player. Storm's able to beat to the puck. They try to throw it out, but Elin, or how do we say her name? I got yelled at the last time. It was Ellen, I thought it was. It's
Elin is correct.
Elin is
or
correct.
Bob.
Okay, or Bob.
I think you should stick with Bob.
Well, I don't have the same notes, unfortunately, on this lineup sheet.
Oh,
Girls throw it out front,
almost.
but mad scramble, and the Storm able to come up with this. They're going to be able to bring it out of the zone. Oh, but stripped by Libby. Who does a great job, and she's going to bring it back in. Oh, she gets tripped. No call on that one. They're able to get it in deep. Little miscommunication here. Elin throws it in. Goes behind the net. Those are trying to clear the zone. They're able to get it out. Janie's grabbed it. She's battling on the near side board here.
Nice job with her recognizing she needed a teammate to come out of the zone before throwing it back in.
It's been a problem a couple of times where girls are not understanding they have to get out, and I think they're starting to get better at it, and hopefully we continue to improve all season long. As they recognize the puck comes out, you got to jump out of the zone. Girls doing a nice job here battling in the corner. Brooklyn comes up with it. She's going to drive in front with a backhander. Her goalie able to make a nice save there. Great attempt by Brooklyn. Again, Janie able to keep maintaining the zone pressure by holding the blue line. Oh, throws one on net. Gets deflected right before it gets to the goalie, though. Storm's going to try to ring it around the boards to try to clear her. Unfortunately, they made our defenseman.
Woo, nice save by Clara.
Clara coming in. She drives it over. Gets it to Brooklyn. Unfortunately, Storm just able to get a stick on it. A few of our players getting a line change. Kinsley Hamas fresh off the boards.
Woo.
She tries to throw one on net, but it goes wide. And the Storm are able to finally chip it off the boards and clear it out of the zone. Defenseman throws it to Audrey Fitzpatrick. She's going to try to feed it up to Natalie. Natalie goes deep into the zone. Audrey Fitzpatrick gets to that point, fumbles the puck, unfortunately, and it comes back out. Clara grabs that puck and dumps it back in. Kinsley stepping up, trying to pressure, just can't get the job done, unfortunately. We bring it back into our zone, but the Storm's first to it, and they're going to bring it back out to neutral ice. And here comes, is this Brooklyn?
It is.
Yeah, Brooklyn, she takes a shot. It goes wide of the net, though. A lot of pucks being thrown wide. One key element of the game that they need to keep working on is taking shots and improving their accuracy. Brooklyn again, she's going to drive it out front. She gets pressured and hits it. Kinsley Hamas not moving.
Looks like Kinsley Hamas is asleep on her feet out there.
Yeah, unfortunately she's not used to playing this position. And the Storm tries to bring it right in front of the crease. She tried to backhander it. Had Faith beat on the backside, but just can't get a hold of that puck. And we keep this a scoreless game, luckily, because of that. The girls trying to regroup. Hazel Thacker and Sadie stepping up. Sadie's rushing this puck. See what she can do. She's got the Storm player beat. She just can't get a handle on that puck as it goes behind the net. Nice job by Elin there. She throws it in. Gets it in deep behind the play. Emery back there trying to battle and stripping the Storm player of the puck. Hazel Thacker steps up. Gets it. Emery again with a good stick. Fortunately, the puck bounces out and we bring it back in off sides and we'll get a whistle. It's like coach is just going to keep the same lineup out there. Bear with me for a quick second here while I try to get some mics going. You want to grab the one mic behind you? Live with some microphones now. Going back to our old mics. Quality's probably not as good as it was, but
Well, they still have to listen to us, Billy, so it's not going to be quality.
Audrey picking it up in front. She's going to be able to clear the zone. Hazel Thacker stepping in and strips Stormo player of the puck.
That was Janie.
Was that
Actually, yes. Audrey is not out on the ice.
I thought Audrey is back. Oh, that was Janie. I misread that one. Yes, Janie with a great play there.
Clara doing a nice job, head up. Nice D-to-D pass.
That was Elin.
I'm sorry, man. We are
we're off.
struggling.
No, it's the short bus some days in the Hamas household. All right, Storm is able to pick this back up. They're going to carry it in. She doesn't have much speed, though, and girls are able to easily catch up. Hazel Thacker just not being able to grab a hold of that. Almost had it. Hazel goes down in front, but we're able to still get this, and Emery's going to grab it and drive it across the line. Storm, though, is able to strip her of that puck. As it comes back out, Sadie Truzo stepping up to grab this puck in battle. Goes to Janie. Janie's trying to clear the zone. Hazel, nice job again. Oh, I got us out of frame here. There we go. Storm's able to dump it deep behind our goalie. Janie picks it up, and she's going to come in on a rush. I hope she just carries this puck. She's got the speed. She tries to cut up the middle. Fortunately, it tries to divide the D, and they're able to take it. But our forwards step up big time as Hazel's able to strip. Hazel goes down on the side of the play here. We get a whistle. Not certain if they're going to call a penalty or...
Looks like they are sending someone from Storm to the penalty box.
It's like that. We're going to go on the power play. It's like they're going to call her for a trip. And we'll get our first CSLP power play.
Power
play. Minute 54 left in this first period. Periods are a minute 30, so we'll have bring us almost to the end of the first period here. Win the face-off. Shot attempts blocked out in front by the Storm player. Storm tried to throw it out. Allison doing a good job at trying to hold the zone. Clara steps up and whacks that puck in. Clara rushing over to again hold the zone. She's going to dump it in deep again. Goes to the Storm player. Naya grabbing it on the far side board. And unfortunately, she can't move the puck quick enough, and it gets intercepted, and they're going to clear that zone.
It's going to be an icing.
Coming back down our way is she sent it the full length. In youth hockey, unfortunately for the Storm on this one, you can't ice the puck even on a penalty kill. In fact, I don't think Minnesota hockey rules allow for that at any level until they get to maybe high school. It's like we're going to have Libby again in the face-off dot.
Looks like the coaches might be confused about that icing on a penalty. Getting some clarification over there on the Storm bench.
Libby winning this face-off. The Storm player, though, able to jump onto our side of the ice, or Libby, and she picks it up, and she's going to have a good little rush. She gets it into the zone. Storm able to maintain possession. She walks it right out in front, but shoots it wide. Naya trying to get it out. Not looking good for our power play. Like to see us with a little bit better puck possession. We only got 27 seconds left of this penalty. Finally cleared out of the zone, but it lands on the stick of a Storm player here. Girls battling along the near side board. We finally regroup. Audrey Fitzpatrick with this puck. She's going to dump it in, but it goes right back to the Storm player here. And they're able to, again, clear the zone, and that's going to kill the penalty. Not much action on that power play. Puck right out in front.
Nice save by Faith.
Faith coming up big on that one as rebound right out in front. And the Storm, the first of that rebound, and they take a good shot. And Faith coming up big for us and holding us into this, or keeping us into this game. We're going to remain scoreless. 15 seconds left of the first period. Offensive zone draw. Looks like we got Brooklyn in the faceoff dot again. Brooklyn able to easily win that faceoff, made it look simple. Fortunately, it goes back to the Storm player and battle along the blue line. Brooklyn's going to get it, but I think time's going to run out before we can do anything. Storm grabs it and dumps it in, and that's going to be the end of the first period. 0-0 after one. Key takeaways from this first period, I'd like to see the girls doing a little bit better job getting their heads up before they make a pass. We have a lot of turnovers. We need to do a better job at maintaining zone pressure and crashing the net. I'd like to see some more shots on goal. Not certain what the shot count is right now. The person running the box here has decided not to put the score up on the scoreboard, or the shots on goal. So not certain where we're standing, but definitely need to do more shots on goal and crash the net and try to keep our sticks down, get those rebounds. About 15 seconds left of this intermission, and we'll be back starting with the second period. Liam, who goes at second? All right, coach is going to go with starting lineup. Brooklyn, Kinsley, and looks like Natalie on her right wing of Brooklyn.
And then it's Janie and Hazel on defense so far.
Brooklyn again able to just muscle her way through that. Unfortunately, she gets the puck almost immediately stripped of the puck. This Storm girl is looking like she's ready to score. She tried to drive it in deep and hard. Janie's back there to pick it up, though. Might have a gimbal issue again.
Oh, dear, look at that.
And suddenly
we're not looking at anything right now, Billy.
Having a little issue here.
Storm is coming back around the net. Oh, and they tripped our player. Brooklyn not happy about that. Gave her a nice little love tap at the end. There's Hazel. Oh. Here comes Natalie. Janie also following.
Again with this.
Nice save by Harper.
Harper coming up big for us. Gonna have to play around with our gimbal here a little bit. All right, we'll see if this will work out for us. Oh, gonna have to go back mic-less again. All right, hopefully this helps us a little bit. As we move forward, I'll have to figure out a different method for mics. Not certain why we're having so many issues with this gimbal today, as yesterday I was able to do it just fine with the boys team. Oh, we're in on a rush. Hazel cutting right across the crease, tries to get a shot on goal. She picks up her own rebound and throws it back out in front, but the goalie able to hang on, and this game remains scoreless, but great drive by Hazel Thacker. Coming in with speed, she had support by her wingers too. Hazel Thacker is going to be taking this face-off. Ref is just lining up some of the girls, making sure they're on their correct side. Hazel gets this puck. She throws it over to her winger. Storm are doing a good job clogging up the middle lanes and getting their sticks down. They're going to be able to grab possession of this puck, and they're going to rush it out. They bring it in wide, and the shot goes wide and behind the net. Audrey Fitzpatrick there to step up to grab it. Hazel comes in. Is able to get it down a little bit further down the ice. Audrey bounces back up and brings it back in. He's got to She just goes wide of the net. Rebound goes back behind. Our girls are there to support. Emery steps up and grabs it. She's going to let Audrey Fitzpatrick pick it up on the point. Audrey, the shot from the point. Rebound comes back. Lands on Hazel Thacker's stick. Storm doing a good job, though, at getting sticks down there. And Audrey again from the point. Shot goes right into the middle. Doesn't have enough steam to make it to the net. Another shot attempt. Puck thrown out in front. Oh, another shot attempt.
It's still out.
Girls are doing a great job here, pressuring and adding some more shots to the net total. Storm's able to finally get it out in the neutral zone. They try to clear it. They've been cut out there for quite some time. I'm guessing the Storm players are looking for a change at some point, but they're on the far side bench and they just can't get it out deep enough to even get a line change. Hazel going hard and aggressive into the boards, and she goes down. Looks like she's going to be fine. She bounces right back up. Hazel grabs it. Oh, that Emery out there just lost her edge there and goes down. Unfortunately, that will allow the Storm to get it out of the zone. Elin is going to take it behind our net. She takes it off the boards, tries to chip it up to Sadie Truzo. Fortunately, it was just too far out of the reach. We get on offsides and 9:26 left in this second period. Like to see some scoring beginning, but both teams struggling to find the back of the net. Libby back out there in the face-off dot. She wins it over to her winger. Allison stepping up, battling for the puck along the board. Libby comes up with this. She's going to drive it wide into the zone. Tries to get out front, but it's intercepted by a Storm player. Point tries to hold the zone. They have a shot attempt, but it just doesn't get much steam on that one. Oh, great stick lift by Naya as she prevents that Storm player from getting out of the zone. Oh, and it just bounces out of the zone as Libby tries to regroup. Great to pass it. She gets it over to... Great play by, I believe that was Libby, as she gets the puck, regroups, and then passes it over to Janie. She comes in off sides and get the whistle. Looks like we get some fresh legs out there. Brooklyn back in the face-off dot. She's been strong in the face-off circle all day so far. She does it again. She's just winning it forward to herself. Fortunately, it's not working out though once it gets beyond that. The Storm send it down the length of the ice and we'll get an icing call. Pick this puck up, trying to hold the zone. Storm doing a great job at pressuring, and they're able to chip it out of the zone.
Oh, just a little behind her.
Oh, Vanna. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Losing. Storm walk it in. They take a shot, but it gets tipped wide. They're thrown off net, just wide of that net. Brooklyn grabs this puck. She walks around all the Storm players coming in on a breakaway, takes a shot. Shot's up high, but goes right into the chest of the goalie, and she's able to hold on to that shot. Great shot by Brooklyn. Coach is going to use this whistle as a time to get some fresh legs out there. Hazel Thacker back out in the face-off dot. She's got Sadie and Libby or Emery out beside her. This line has been hot and has generated some good opportunities so far in this game. See if they can get one done here. They're certainly deserving of a goal. Hazel wins that faceoff. She tries to throw it on net, but meets some Storm players on the way. They throw to the corner. Sadie trying to battle along the near side boards here. Claire does a nice job, dumps it in deep back into the corner. Emery's back there to grab it. Storm tries to send it around the back of the boards. They're able to pick it up and trying to get it out of the zone, and they're going to accomplish it and bring it out to the neutral zone. This line again is doing a great job pressuring as Hazel brings it in. She's going to throw it out front. Rebound goes to Sadie, and Sadie backhanders it, but the goalie's able to keep possession of this, keep it a scoreless game. Libby is taking the face off here. She wins it right back to her defenseman. They're able to hold the zone. They dump it back behind the net. Storm picks it up and dumps it around. Storm's able to regroup and grab this puck, and they're going to bring it back out. Stick that gets out of the reach of the Storm player, and JD does a nice job. Passes it over to the boards. Gets it over to Libby. Libby carries it in. She's going to dump it in deep behind the net. Allison, or no, I'm sorry, that's Naya's there to try to pressure. Unfortunately, the Storm player's able to come up with this puck. She's got speed, and she's there on a 2-on-1 against Janie. Oh, and that girl goes down. Janie's going to go to the box for a trip as her stick caught the skate of that Storm girl, and so suddenly we're going to be down a player as we're going to go to the box. Brooklyn coming up with this one. She's going to muscle her way out, try to get it out of the zone. The girls do a good job finally getting out of the zone. Storm picks it back up and brings it in. Almost intercepted by Kinsley. Storm able to hold the zone there at the blue line. They dump it in along the near side boards. And Storm's going to dump it back behind our net. Clara tries to clear it around. Kinsley's able to intercept this pass. Tried to go out with it, but puck was hit off her stick by a Storm player, and it stays in the zone. Puck goes behind the boards. Kinsley's back there to pick it up. She's going to ring it around the side of the boards. Brooklyn's there. She chips it out. Brooklyn's coming. She's got pressure. The two Storm girls knock each other down. Brooklyn takes a shot but goes high and hits the glass above the net. Storm able to bring it back in. Kinsley steps up. She's going to chip it off the boards, and that's going to get it out of the zone. Storm bringing it back in. They're going to be way off sides on this one, though, as we'll get a neutral zone face-off and some fresh legs out on the ice. Questioning the music selection by the Coon Rapids crew here. Storm coming up with his face-off win. Puck gets knocked back. Emery's in with some speed. She grabs this puck, tries to get a shot on goal. It goes behind the net, though. Elan's able to step up and hold the zone. We got some pressure along the near side boards. Oh, Sadie coming in. She gets puck chipped off her stick, and the Storm able to regroup, and they're going to grab this. Storm player in all alone. Our girls doing a nice job back checking and getting a bunch of players back into our zone. That Storm girl had no passing options as she entered. As all her players are caught well behind the zone. Hazel Thacker coming through the neutral zone with some speed. She's going to go wide. She walks around everybody, cuts out in front, and she shoots and scores. Beats the goalie at blocker side high. Nice job by Hazel Thacker, in it all alone. And this game goes up 1-0 us. 4 minutes left of the second period. Hopefully that's the goal that we needed to energize all our lines and get them back out here full tilt. I'd like to see a few more goals by the end of this game. Maybe in the face-off dot. She comes up with this one. Loses that to her feet though, and Storm's able to grab it. We chip it back into the zone. Storm grabs it and brings it back out. Trying to bank it off the boards here.
Nice little poke there from Natalie to get that through.
Oh, the Storm lose it in the neutral zone. We bring it back into the zone. Try to throw it out in front, but it hits traffic in front, and Storm's able to pick it up and at least get it out of the neutrals or into the neutral zone. We're going to regroup here. Clara grabs it. She tries to make a pass out of the zone, but it hits a Champlin player in the shin. Oh, and just like this, miscommunication between the two girls, and both of them were trying to get the other girl to grab that puck, and unfortunately, nobody's able to grab it before it comes. They get back off sides, and we'll get an offsides face-off here. Brooklyn is going to be fresh off the board. She's going to take the face-off. Let's see if she can come out with this. Brooklyn wins it up to herself again. Drives it in. She's hungry. See what happens. Storm doing a great job, though, taking away any shot opportunity. Kinsley steps up with a good play. Brooklyn throws it out in front. Scramble, nice job by Naya to add some pressure in front. Kinsley picks it up along the boards. She's looking to throw it out front. She chips it out.
And it trickles in.
Trickles in on a weak shot, and goalie's able to easily make a save on that one.
How do the girls know which circle this ref is going to use? He's just sitting around the middle. Finally decides to take a corner.
Brooklyn's going to chip that face-off in between the legs of the girl. That Storm tried to clear it, but Audrey's there to pick it up. She dumps it back behind the net. Oh, and Storm's coming in hot. They chip it off the board, and they spring themselves in. Audrey doing a nice job taking away the angle there, though, and forcing her to go wide. No shot on goal on that play as Audrey forced that girl to take it behind the net. Great reading that play by Audrey on that one. Audrey behind our net, trying to make a decision which way she's going to go. Storm steps up to pressure, intercepts a pass attempt. They try to throw a pass attempt, but that's intercepted by our player. Naya rushing the puck up the center of the ice. She's in all alone. She beats all of them. She takes a shot. Goalie's able to get a blocker save down, though. Great drive by Naya. She had support by her fellow playmates too, or teammates too. Naya again behind, trying to pressure. Storm able to wrap it around to the side of the boards. Sadie stepping up, doing a good job pressuring.
Hazel there to keep it in.
Hazel doing a great job keeping it in the zone. Brooklyn trying to pressure, but it gets all the way back to Hazel. Hazel again, she throws it out front. Storm girl whiffs on it. Bouncing puck goes back to the Storm player. She's going to send it down the length of the ice. And we'll get an icing. Come back down this direction. Great pressure by our girls in this last couple minutes. We only have 1:07 left of the second period. Looks like we got Hazel Thacker's line back out there. See if they can repeat their previous lineup. They got their goal before the end of this period. Looks like one of the refs found something laying on the ice. They picked it up, and they're finally going to have a face-off. Storm coming up with his face-off win. They try to clear the zone. Can't beat Clara at the blue line. She throws one on net, but it's a good save by their goaltender. And Storm coming in on a rush. Girls drives wide. She throws one on net, goes high, and Harper coming up with a great save there. Hazel again repicking this up. She tries to throw a pass to Sadie. Saberly will regain possession of this. That puck goes over to Emery. Emery dumping it in deep. Hazel circles around to pick it up. They have time. Oh, Hazel tries to feed Sadie in front. But fortunately, it's intercepted by a Storm player. And they're able to get it out of the zone. Elin able to pressure that Storm player off the puck. Shot attempt is able to slowly trickle through all of our girls into the corner. Try to clear the zone. Storm doing a great job of trying to keep it in, and that's going to bring us to the end of the second period. 1-0. Good guys, or good girls.
There you go.
All right, the second intermission's winding down, and we should be getting back under play in the third period. Thought the second period went a lot better than the first period. Hopefully the girls can keep up the pressure. It's only a matter of time before we extend this lead. Looks like we have 12 minutes on the clock for the third period. Face-off win goes to Libby. Libby gets it over to our winger. Battle along the near side boards here. Storm actually clears the zone, or dumps it back to their own D. Audrey Fitzpatrick intercepts it in the neutral zone. She chips it up the boards. Libby picks this up. She's going to carry it in deep into the zone. Storm's able to come up with a puck in that puck battle. And they're going to carry it out of the zone here. Comes into our zone, but meets too many of our players, and we're able to strip her, bring it back out to neutral ice. Unfortunately, we just can't retain possession of it as Storm comes back through the neutral ice. Good move by the Storm player to split the D there. Libby picks it back up. She tries to drive right up the middle. Unfortunately, can't make it through, and it's taken away by a Storm player. So they're coming in. Great stick by Audrey Fitzpatrick as she chips it away from that player. Storm tries to dump it in. Janie's there to pick it up. Puck goes back to Janie, who throws it over to Audrey Fitzpatrick. Audrey takes a shot attempt, but it goes wide. Storm are able to regroup and get this puck. Stripped by Brooklyn right in the neutral zone. She walks it back in. Brooklyn, backhander, throws it right on net. It hits the block, or the pad of the goalie. Great save there. Great shot attempt. Kinsley fresh off the board, or off the boards, comes in hot to hold the zone. Again, Brooklyn throws another one out in front. This goalie's going to get a cover, and that was some good zone pressure there. See what they can do is they get an offensive zone draw here, and we're going to get two fresh defensive players on the ice, and same forwards. Brooklyn's line's going to stay out. Brooklyn tries to win it forward to herself. Goes back to one of our defensemen. That was Clara. She throws it back behind the net. Storm's able to ring it around the boards here. They're going to be able to lock this out of the zone. Coming in through the neutral zone. Allison doing a good job at pressuring there along the near side boards. Or I'm sorry, that was Naya. Keep getting the 18 and the 6 mixed up. Storm doing a good job to hold the zone. They dump it back in. Oh, puck goes right out in front, but Storm not able to connect with that. Storm dumps it in behind as they attempted a shot, but it goes behind the net. Kinsley intercepts this. She's going to carry it out to neutral ice. Gets stripped of the puck. Two girls collide there as a miscommunication. Claire's going to bring it all the way back behind our goalie. She tries to feed her winger. Brooklyn's going to come up with this, and she goes around the first player. Storm, though, able to chip that away. Try to bring it up the near side board here. Storm's able to clear the zone. It goes all the way down, but I believe it's not going to be called icing.
Oh, he's got his arm up.
Oh, he did? Okay. Eight minutes left of this third period in a close game, 1-0, still us.
Time is running now.
Hazel with the face-off. Unfortunately, Storm was able to come up with that. Sadie, though, strips the player of it. Storm able to regain possession. They try to throw it out of the area. It went right through the crease. RD able to hold the zone here. They dump it back in. Emery there to battle on the near side boards. Hazel coming up with the puck. She's going to walk it out in front. She takes a shot. It hits the post. Thank your post goalie. That's the only reason why that one didn't go in. Emery throws one from an angle. Puck doesn't have much steam on it, and that goalie's able to make an easy cover, and we'll get a fresh line change here. Libby's going to be out on the ice again, taking the face off. She wins it over. Try to throw it back out front. Audrey doing a nice job holding the zone. Allison steps up and tries to pressure. And the Storm are able to finally get it out of the zone. Claire, though, able to strip her of it. She's going to ring it around the back of the net. That goes right to Libby. Audrey's regrouping here and looking for passing options. She's going to try to feed it over to Natalie, but just got out too far in front. Libby grabs a hold of this, trying to chip it out of the zone. She's able to finally get it out. Allison stepping up, trying to pressure the Storm to keep the zone. Unfortunately, they're able to get it back out. Natalie's going to bring it back into our zone. She's going to carry it behind her net. Looking for passing options as she tries to spring her winger. Storm doing a good job trying to get it out, but they're trying to hold the zone. But Audrey Fitzpatrick with a great stick and walks around everybody, takes a shot. Oh, and it lands right in the belly of the goalie, and they're going to be able to cover. Great drive by Audrey Fitzpatrick. She stripped that player right on their own blue line, or on our blue line, and walked around everybody and got a great shot on goal. Coach is going to take the whistle, the opportunity to get some fresh legs out there, going back out there with Brooklyn's line. Brooklyn wins it back. Oh, pass attempt by Elin. Fortunately, he's intercepted by the Storm player. Puck comes back into our zone. Elin picks it up, is going to carry it around the back of our net. She's going to carry it out of the zone. She's got the speed too. Let's see what she can do as she's driving it deep into their zone here. Oh, and just gets to the face-off dot there and loses the puck, unfortunately. Kinsley reading the play that they didn't have a defenseman back there, and she steps back and tries to hold the blue line. Storm, though, able to get possession of this and bring it in. They're going to throw one on net, and Faith comes up with a nice save. Coach makes a line change as we go back to the Hazel Thacker line. Hazel comes up with it. She throws it, though, behind the player of the center, and they were able to grab it, but were able to finally get it out of the zone. But unfortunately, it was just too far. They're coming back down for another face-off on the other end. Same lineup out there as Hazel Thacker is going to take this draw. I'd like to see some of these girls start winning it back to their D. Helps us retain possession. Draw goes to the Storm. They walk it in, and a shot. They walk it right in, and suddenly that puck goes bar down. Beats our goalie high, and we go to a tied game, 1-1. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left of this game. With the running clock, this is mission critical at this point, as we need the girls to really step up, fight and battle to try to get another goal if we expect to win this game. Libby in the faceoff dot. Storm comes flying out. They win that faceoff draw. They try to throw one out front, but it's intercepted by Audrey Fitzpatrick. Audrey grabs it behind the net. She passed it over to Allison. Allison grabs it on the near side boards. They're going to rush it out. Storm's able to grab it and chip it away, though. Goes along the near side board battling. Both teams are hungry for the next goal. Libby comes up with it. She brings it in the zone. She tries to drive it right out front, but unfortunately meets a bunch of Storm players. Oh, shot from the point. Pad saved by their goalie. Nice job with them. The rebound goes out. I think it was Elin or... Elin fired that shot from the point. Allison got the rebound. Unfortunately got deflected back over into the corner. Girls continue to battle. Storm trying to bring it around the backside of their net. Natalie back there to battle. Libby comes up with it. Gets it chipped off her stick. Puck goes back around. Libby going back behind the net, trying to pick it back up. The Storm player beats her to it. And the races are off, coming back our direction. Falling back. Comes into our zone, and puck gets dribbled in front of the goalie, and Faith decides to hold on. Unfortunately, minute 36 left. That's now play stoppage at this point, so not much time left on this clock. Girls need to really force it through here. We're going to go back out with Brooklyn's lineup. And I'd really like to see our centers win these back and retain possession of the puck instead of winning them forward. Storm grabs a hold of it, and Kinsley with a nice stick there. Brooklyn's off. She's got some speed, but Storm catches up to her and chips it off her blade of her stick. Storm grabs it and is coming back this direction. She drives it right up the middle and throws one on net, but Faith able to get her stick down and sends it over. Brooklyn re-grabs this puck. She's coming in. Storm player loses an edge. Brooklyn comes in. Just can't get a full handle on it, as that Storm player did a nice job at preventing her from getting a good shot off. Girls are still in this game, though. They're battling. 47 seconds left of the game. Storm picks this back up, and they're going to come in. They bring it back in, but unfortunately for them, they can't get through our traffic or our defensemen. They try to throw one on net. Tough angle, though, as Faith sends it to the corner. Oh, a centering pass, but they just couldn't connect. Kinsley's dropping low, or no, Sadie Dropping low, and she's going to grab it. She's got speed. She's got some time here if she could get going. Storm doing a good job at just getting sticks in the lanes, and that's going to cause an offsides zone entry by the Storm, and we'll get a face-off. But, man, this is 9 seconds left of this game. I mean, we need a prayer to be able to bring it back down the whole length of the ice and get a goal. Hazel Thacker is going to be back out there. At this point, I kind of want to see Hazel chip it out between the legs and go. The lack of time. It's going to go to Emery. She's going to bring it in. 2 seconds left of the game, and we get an offside whistle. That was a close one. But minute 0.8 or 1.8 seconds left on the clock, and it ain't going to matter. The puck will drop, and we'll basically get a whistle. And this game ends in a tie, 1-1. Great game. Unfortunately, that late goal in the period here cost us, and we can't find the W. Good effort by the girls. Lots of shots on goal today. Great effort by all. When's our next game, Sarah?
That's a good question. Looks like our next game is on the 14th, a week from today.
All right, who do we play?
We are playing Stillwater.
Stillwater. Oh, is that our tournament?
No, that is not.
Okay. Well, we'll see you a week from today when we play Stillwater. Hopefully we come up with a W on the next game.